Once upon a time in the village of Ekin, there lived a young lady called Salome. Salome was very beautiful and admired by many. Her beauty was the talk of the town. Everyone wanted to have her either as a wife for their sons or even for themselves. But Salome's heart was elsewhere in her education. She wanted to go to school, study hard, and become a nurse. But life had other plans for her. Salome's mother, Mama S., was a trader who worked hard to provide for her daughter. She made sure she gave Salome everything that she could afford, and she always repeated one advice: stay away from men. I promise you, Mummy, I will stay away from men. You don't have to worry, Salome assured her mother as she headed off to the university. True to her words, Salome was serious with her studies. She wanted to be the best student in class, but she soon got distracted by her friends who constantly talked about boyfriends and going out. Deep down, Salome wished she could go with them, but she remembered her promise to her mother. She knew she couldn't do what they did. Instead, she stayed back in the hostel reading and was soon labeled Salome the bookworm. But it was better to be a bookworm than break her mother's promise. Little did she know that being a bookworm would make her meet someone who would change her life forever: Gaius. She first met Gaius late one night in the library. They were the only two left in the library, and the security men asked them to leave. As they walked out together, they got to talking and discovered they had a lot in common. Why don't we go somewhere else to read instead of going home? Gaius suggested. Salome agreed and followed him. They walked for a long time, and she kept glancing around and asking if he knew where they were going. Just come with me. I promise you'll love it, he said as they passed through bushes and narrow footpaths, places unfamiliar to her. But since she didn't know every corner of the campus, she followed him. Still, fear slowly crept in. It was late at night, and here she was following a stranger to an unknown place. What if he was dangerous? What if he tried to kill me? Salome asked herself, and stopped walking. Gaius turned around as he noticed she had stopped. Come on, Salome. We're almost there. Trust me, you okay? He said as though he had read her thoughts. Salome hesitated. She was in the middle of nowhere. She didn't know how to return. Her only option was to follow him. She said a silent prayer in her heart that he wouldn't hurt her. But what happened next sent a chill racing down her spine. Gaius stopped walking in front. As they arrived in front of a huge rock, Salome gasped, "Wow, oh my God!" She had never seen anything like this in her life. The rock was very huge, with an opening wide enough to step inside. Come inside, Gaius said, leading the way. Inside it was pitch dark until he switched on a large torchlight. This is my safe spot, he told her, sitting down on the smooth floor. Salome looked around. The place was unexpectedly beautiful. How did you find here? She asked, and Gaius told her how he loved to take walks while reading, to help him remember what he had read. He explained that it was during one of those days that he stumbled on the rock with an opening. Though scared at first, he went in and enjoyed studying it. Whatever you read here, he told her, you'll never forget. It's the power of the rock. Salome laughed at him, but he urged her to give it a try. Salome took her book and began reading, but before she knew it, she had dozed off, dreaming strange dreams. In her dreams, she saw herself dancing with Gaius, all around the cave, laughing. They danced till they reached the top of the rock, where she could see everywhere in the rock. Welcome to my world, Salome, Gaius said, and Salome smiled. This is a beautiful world. What do you say, Salome? Will you stay here with me? He asked her, but Salome was confused by his question. I'm asking you to stay with me here, Salome, Gaius said as he let go of her hand. But before she could reply, something strange happened. Salome caught sight of furs sprouting on Gaius' hands. Gaius, your hands. What's going on? She asked in shock. Gaius couldn't reply as his entire body was covered with furs. Salome's jaw dropped. Gaius had transformed into a huge, terrifying creature with one eye. But the story doesn't end there. Watch out for part 2.